Starting at the top of the head, just relaxing the eyebrow muscles, softening the face, letting go of any tension that might be present in the jaw, and spreading this wave of loving awareness into the neck and the shoulders. And as you spread this wave into the back, it can find any places of tightness or tension and just wash over them, softening, not needing to push away anything at all, just allowing whatever's present and letting that wave of loving awareness wash over. And feeling the body breathing for you, feeling gravity hold you in place. Spreading that wave all the way down your legs to your feet on the floor. Like roots of a tree, really feel supported, connected, resourced. And from this place of safety and security, we're going to go back in time, simply allowing an image of yourself as a boy, maybe between 5 and 12, to come into your awareness. And the mind sometimes wants to shuffle between a few images, eventually settling on one, and letting that image become even more vivid. And as it does, let your attention go right back into that boy's body. Looking out of his eyes. Only I want you to imagine that you are in a totally ideal play place. This place could be based on someplace real, could be completely imaginative. The only condition is that it's completely ideally suited to meet all of your unique play and exploration desires and needs as that little boy. So just beginning to take in the landscape, noticing where you are, if you're outdoors or indoors, just getting a sense of where you are and beginning to fill this place with all of the stuff you would have wanted to play with and explore. All sorts of hidden passages that only you know about. And just beginning to take in the potential of this place. Maybe even beginning to feel a little bit of excitement. But then notice that your ideal parent figures are there. And the first thing that you notice is just how much these parents care for each other. Something about the way they are with each other, the way they exchange a glance, just very tender and loving, and something about that might even be soothing to you as that little boy. But what you notice most is that they always have an eye on you. Not in an invasive way, just in a way that you know that they're there if you want them. So take a moment in allowing this to become more vivid, and as it does, if it feels comfortable to give words to your experience, you can do so.
Picture myself in a giant outdoor area. It's filled with gentle dinosaurs,
Mm.
large. It's filled with a bunch of smiling monks. It's that are willing to teach me. Riding on these dinosaurs,
Mm.
drawing on these giant cave walls, doing little artwork.
Yeah.
The ideal parents are looking at each other very sweetly, and then they're watching me draw while sitting on a giant dinosaur
Mm.
on these cave walls. And these little Buddhist monks are pointing and smiling. They seem delighted.
Yeah.
And there's a waterfall. It's an amazing place. The ideal parents kind of just are looking at me very sweetly,
Mm.
pointing.
Yeah, notice how sweet they are. Notice how excited they are just to watch you draw. Notice that they're like hanging on to each little movement that you make with your wrist because they know that you are expressing yourself, your truest self. And that's what they're most interested in. Really imagine that. Really take that in. All of that curiosity, all of that interest, all of that delight. You can make a direct connection. It's all about you. And it's not because you're a good drawer or a bad one. It's just because you are drawing. It's more than good enough for them. Only now I want you to imagine that something has happened. And maybe you've become upset. Maybe the stencil that you were using stopped working. Something small like that. And notice that as soon as it happens, you're starting to feel a little bit of that anxiety, like you're not going to be able to play anymore. And right away, the IPFs are right there, right at eye level with you. They see that you're feeling upset, and they have a spare stencil for you, and they just gently hand it to you. And making that connection with you, you can feel that contact. And maybe they just put a gentle hand on your shoulder, letting you know that they're here. And that you'll never run out of chance to explore as long as they're here. And taking that in as that boy just energizes you to just play even more. Because now you know on a deep level that if you fall, they'll be there to catch you. Imagine the possibilities. Now, letting that scene just fade, and imagine that you're getting a little older. And imagine that at each stage of your development just could have been another ideal play place. School could have just been a place for you to explore and play with the same ease and joy and support, knowing that your ideal parents are always there to catch you if you fall, to encourage your best self at each stage of your development, high school, getting into your teen years, even those years. Imagine the possibilities. Every step of the way, all the way up until your life today. Imagine the ease with which you'd explore hobbies, interests, work, people, knowing that you're totally safe, supported, encouraged, even delighted in. Really make a deep impression of that. And then gently just allowing that scene to fade. Coming back to your body, back to your breath. And know that if any insight occurred, the body will always remember. There's nothing that you need to figure out. And we'll close by just counting backwards from 5 to 1. And I'll ring the bell. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It's pretty good. I didn't want to leave.
I know.